always apply, but what we do get is that challenging the rules requires engagement. Russ told us it's engagement. So I'm gonna need your help. This is a little tough. We're gonna challenge the rules. Okay, stand up. Come on, I've got time. Lois is stuck with me here. Come on, stand up. Okay, so everybody's gonna do this, and I wore pants to do it too. We're all gonna do high knees for 20 seconds, okay? Now everybody's gotta do this. You guys are not gonna get the next slide if you don't at least try. That guy in the back, he's winning. I see him, he's trying 20 seconds, guys, come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, woohoo!
Shit, I should have been.
Okay, you style it like an Olympian. All right, you're all 12.5% closer to winning your own gold medal. So the story goes like this. The whole CrossFit craze that we've all been hearing about, we see Kevin Haley and Karen Jordan post about every day, is pretty much a very well-branded, high-intensity interval training program. The foundation of it all is in large part due to this guy, Professor Izumi Tabata, who's at a Japanese university that I can't say the name of. So we're just going to say the College of Health and Science. If you Google him, you can read the name of the university, you can try to pronounce it. And he came up with this thing after he was studying in the 90s and he was doing some analysis. And he was working first in St. Louis, then in Norway, interestingly enough, and he figured out that the training for the speed skaters was actually more efficient if they did 20 seconds of high-intensity training. That's like our jogging, except for they used bikes, but they wouldn't let me bring in 400 cycles, so they said you had to bake it. So at least you didn't have bikes. So 20 seconds high intensity, 10 seconds off. And they repeat that 8 times for all in at 4 minutes. Now, I haven't really worked this into my own schedule yet, but after I finish the deck, I'll get to it. But guess what? Those 4 minutes have shown in multiple research studies to be many-fold more effective than the all-proclaimed 30 minutes, hour of high-intensity cardio. And just in case you want an extra dividend to the fact that you did your 4 minutes, they show that the actual effects, the fat burning, and the sustained increase in your metabolism, it goes on for 24 hours. It's totally against all the rules we ever were told about health management. I'm still working on it, but that's a thing. But I think about it, and you guys didn't really invite me here to talk about sports examples. I'm clearly not that sporty, I just wish I was. You asked me to talk about the catalog world and our multi-channel universe and the whole circus we're dealing with there. My catalog is 1-800-Homeopathy. It's our direct-to-consumer piece in our whole pile of circus over at Highlands, which is our corporate group. And we have a big multi-channel model there, everywhere from in your mailbox to Walmart and everywhere in between. And I plundered into cataloging around 1996 with a lot more build it and they will come than actual skill. I attended my first Samoa in 1996. I met some people, I listened to them, and I hired consultants and I started printing. It's amazing what can happen when you have a big company behind you, when you just want to plunder ahead. But I listened, and they said, you know, I was going forward and I hired consultants and they said, change your content format. Focus on the product, sales copy, remove all that educational stuff. We tried it, tested, it didn't work. Our customers really valued the educational content, and that educational content made the difference in getting new customers. They said, change your paper. Go with a hard stop on the outside, lighter on the inside, and it'll work better for you. Tested it, didn't work. Our customers keep our catalogs. I know it's weird, but they do, forever. We're all happy printing on 60-pound silk, and that works for us. They said, track your sales per square inch. Okay, it was a fun lesson in freshening up our geometry and our algebra, but it proved absolutely valueless. It was some good math, though. They said, track your source codes. And I get it. Holy grail to many of you. But it was proved completely valueless, and it ended up being a hurdle between our customer getting the product they wanted and didn't work. And then they said, stop mailing your non-performers, it's a waste. Well, that's really smart, and it worked for everybody else apparently. But we regularly see reactivation from like 36-month buyers. I don't know. I mean, all the people that came to us because they wanted to buy our product. We tried buying lists, we tried trading lists, none of that ever worked. I know you all tell me that your magic would work for me. It didn't. But we keep getting new customers and double-digit growth for 15 years. I mean, it's working, it just isn't the way you did it. And so I asked my teams, I said, give me a list of all the things we tried, all the rules that we tried to follow. It was pages and pages and pages, I had to keep scrolling. We broke them all, didn't work. But there's no formula that everyone can use. It's not possible. Each company, each of you here, doesn't matter if you're a provider, a service support, doesn't matter. You need to have your own custom fit to reflect your values and your history. The failures of the rules, in my experience, have really been an inadequate understanding of the customer and your product. I mean, the rules were at best seen as guidelines and starting points. But wait, you say, if everything failed, why did we invite Margot to talk? I don't know that either. But I have a story, and we'll be quick. In 2007, many of you that had kids, or still have kids, might have remembered, the FDA met and they decided that the eight most common ingredients in cough and cold products for children under the age of 4 were not safe, and they should be taken off the market. Now, we sell products to kids, but the good news is that none of our stuff was on that list. And we'd never really played hard because it's a pretty tight segment. But with this new opportunity, by Christmas, we got to work, and by Christmas, we had some babies on the way. And by August of 2008, we launched our Hyland's Cough and Cold products for kids. In October 2008, 3 months later, all the pediatric cough and cold medicines that had those products were off the store shelves. But we weren't. We were there. You have to decide what rules apply to you and your company and your brand, depending on its market landscape, its size, and its ability to invest. The standard thinking in the over-the-counter drug landscape segment is that new product launches are millions and billions of dollars. Lots of advertising money on TV, print, Sunday newspaper FSIs, and we did experiment with all of these. But we found that the big brand playbook didn't work for us, and we're a small niche brand, and it was a different game. Instead, we focused our energies on defining the unmet needs in niche segments, leading with our strengths and relationships with moms, leveraging our catalogs and all their circulation. That's a picture of it. And we sampled in a lot of uncrowded venues like this. And we leveraged social media and online videos where the playing field was level. We have an amazing brand team, and along with Edward Conway leading the web technology, a brilliant internal media lab, and some strong SEO help from Karen at BrightCloud, we challenged the rules and we changed the game. That's how we grew to be, we see this is our advertising spend compared to the other guys at the party. And that's how Hyland's 4 Kids and Hyland's Baby grew to be the #2 pediatric cough and cold brand behind Mucinex. We're not allowed to tell you any numbers, but these are public, so I don't have to hide them. #2 behind Mucinex, with higher consumer loyalty, you see the 41%, that's really high, and a very small fraction of the ad spend. See, my bar doesn't even really show up comparatively. So what does this make me think? It makes me think that rules are often troublesome. And because the authors can never really anticipate the future possibilities. Listening to your customers now, oh my gosh, how different is that than it was 10 years ago? It doesn't even mean the same thing. The rules we were given work for the person who created them, at the time they created them, and their place. And however different our frame is from theirs, the worse the rules are going to work for us. I mean, as I example, drawing illustrations. So be mindful. Understand the rules and the routines, and let them guide you, not govern you. Challenge the rules and change the game. And I have samples on all the tables because it's an uncrowded sampling environment. Thank you.